recorded live.
Good morning, good day, everyone. I'm happy to announce that we're in the middle of our Mayan Cross community call. My name is Barbara Sadler, and I'm the creator of the Mayan Cross website as well as the producer of these Mayan Cross community calls. So I'm happy that you're all here with us today from all over the globe. Welcome, welcome. And we're going to be working today with the energy of It is a 1 day on the Mayan sacred calendar. On the Gregorian, it is Thursday, May 23rd. And for some of those of you that are on the call that may be somewhat new to this work, we're going to be using English as well as the Quiche language, primarily because, from what I understand of the Mayan Cross, it is used mostly in the highlands of Guatemala, where Quiche has the highest population. So it's the most broadly speak of the Quiche languages in the highlands. So we'll use that as our default. A lot of the other Mayan languages have similar, very similar names. So I think we'll stay in keeping with that tradition. This is our 6th call out of a total of 20 episodes that we'll be having every 13 days. We started in March and will end in November 21st, which is a 260-day cycle of the Cholqui, or the Mayan sacred calendar. In each one of the telewebcasts, we're using the oral tradition, creating dialogues and discussions about this amazing life navigation system, which the Maya have used for millennia. The Maya have kept their calendars alive by using them in ritual around the sacred fire. So we'll be keeping with that tradition as well as we sit next to our altars, our candles lit, our hearts open together, jointly appreciating what the wisdom keepers today can share with us. And as announced, we're waiting for Carlos Barrios and his wife Adriana Rojas to call in. They have the numbers, so I will just be filling in for them until they dial in. And we're thrilled to have them, so we're waiting with anticipation for their participation. So as we do that, let's center ourselves. Take some time, take a moment, as the Maya do every day, to welcome the energies of the day. So you can sit tall, ground your feet in your seat, and feel the breath in your body. And just feel it naturally. Just feel it rise and fall. Feel it expand and go inward. Feeling the rhythm of your body synchronize with the rhythm of creation, with the rhythm of all that is. And notice that as soon as you pay attention to your breath, it wipes clean all the noisy mental activity and brings us directly to the present moment, this clean, clear space of consciousness. And this is the best place for us to invoke the presence of the heart of the heavens, the heart of the earth, the heart of the wind, the heart of the water, and the heart of the fire, to be with us in this moment, in our hearts, our minds, our bodies. And you can feel this presence animate every cell in your being. Visualizing the first 4 grandparents appearing overhead as they notice our willingness and sincerity and gratitude for their presence and their guidance. And asking that all of our ancestors come forth as well. And the spirits of all sacred places to show up. As we are present and ready to receive the Nawal Ah, the spiritual authority referred to so often as the reed. We thank you, Ahau, for the Nawal Ah. Ah is gifted with the ability to reconcile differences, find common ground, keep the home fires burning. This is a great day to clear and clean your altar, smudge and clear out your home. Be present to all of your family members, your neighbors, in love and acceptance. And to go out specifically to the 4 corners of your home, of your space. Ask for guidance and protection. So let's just take a moment to feel these energies. I'm going to unmute the lines here to see if Carlos and Adriana have dialed in yet. Are you there, Carlos and Adriana? I don't think so. Let's give it another moment. And maybe what we can do, I know this is kind of a last-minute request, but we have a gentleman from Israel, his name is Eagle, who participates in our calls regularly. And he has gone to the effort of tracking down a number of individuals, well-known individuals, who carry the energy of various day signs. Are you there, Eagle?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And Eagle and I have talked about how tracking these personalities and these, in some cases, celebrities, can really help us expand our awareness of the significance of how these nawals manifest on the earth plane. And we had talked last telewebcast about how Obama, our president, Barack Obama, is a reed. And I remember being aware of this during that first election cycle. And I believe that election day that year was a reed day, which gave me kind of a clue in terms of what the outcome of that election was going to be. But Eagle, can you expand? Do you have your database memorized or alive and in front of you so you can speak a little bit more about other people that you've run across that carry this energy?
Yes. Okay, well, not only did, I'm not sure about the elections. I think you're right about that, but what really struck me was that July 4th, 1776 was also a Ben day. Not only that, it was a 9 Ben, the same as Barack Obama himself. And
so that's another clue.
Yeah, well, these are just you can call them coincidences, but it's beyond any meaning I might give to any sort of things I come across. It's just a calculation first and foremost. I just take a date, I convert it, and I see what happens. And in terms of Ben, well, it's I think it's one of the most mysterious sun signs, at least as far as I'm concerned. It's not as readily understood as, let's say, an animal sun sign or something that anyone can relate to. But at the same time, it's for me it was very just to understand those energies, those archetypes. I just started collecting these, beginning with family members and people I know, and then trying to see, from knowing the people, trying to ascertain what that says about the sun sign or the nawal. And I understand. I mean, you said, Barbara, that down in Guatemala, it's not as accepted to use the calendar in that way, and I understand that completely. But for me, that was the way of.
Can I clarify that before we go further?
Sure.
It's not that it's an inappropriate use, but when I was bestowed my Mayan cross, I was asked specifically to make sure that the sanctity of the cross was not compromised ever in any way. And the concern that the elders may have is that in the Western world, we may have a tendency to take it too lightly or to kind of transpose it into a parlor game, much as what we've done with our astrology, where it's become so personality-based that it becomes shallow and therefore not as meaningful. So that was the caution that I was given, and what I want to steer away from, of course, is to acknowledge that this is a soul-based system. it is, even though you'll hear the Maya talk casually about the people in their communities, oh, they're a kech, or they're an ach, or they're a, and they talk about, the compatibility and the characteristics and the personality elements of it. But they do that, they're not commercializing it. They're not, trying to leverage that for something other than what the original intent is, which is it's a life navigational system to help you find more meaning in your life. So that's the only caution. And I don't feel like us doing that in this context this morning is even going to, go in that direction. That's why I think it's a good idea to expand it. I know in Carlos's book, he always mentions famous people born under the sign, and he's got Barack Obama, Larry King, Quentin Tarantino, Maria Callas, who I don't know who that is, Sigmund Freud, and Carl Jung.
That's right. On the same day, exactly. 10 Ben, both of them.
10?
Yeah, 10, both.
Freud and Jung?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's weird. And that's interesting. I got SDR also, and who else? Yeah, I can tell you. What else? Yeah, I am Ralph Waldo Emerson. Jim
Emerson?
Hansen. Yeah, Emerson was one Ben. Jim Hansen and Larry King are three. Three Ben. Deepak Chopra is 4. Isaac Asimov is also 4, but also Rodney Dangerfield. You got these very weird, people coming together, and then it just gets me thinking. Peter Ustinov is a 5. Who else I got here?
That is fascinating. You've got some pretty profound people here on the list.
Yeah, and I tallied all the people, all the presidents and really important leaders that were born on the one Ben Tosena, and I came up with 8 American presidents on the same Tosena, which is very, very unusual, and 3 of them on the same day, which is 11 Akbal. 3 presidents of the, were born. That's Lincoln, Hoover, and Chester E. Arthur. All 3 were born 11 Akbal. Yeah,
that's Christina. Okay.
Yeah. Is Carlos already there?
I don't know. I've heard some bells ringing in the background. Carlos, are you with us? Guest 8 or guest 7? Are you Carlos or Adriana? I guess not. Okay, we'll keep going. So these 8 American presidents were in the Trisina, but they had different day signs, right?
Yeah, different day sign in the same Trisina, and also, if you can count, Mitt Romney is just tomorrow, 2 Jaguar.
Uh-huh.
And again, he's in this Trisina, and Richard Nixon is in this Trisina, and as I said, altogether 8. And 2 of them were born 6 your sun sign, and Tichash, is it called Tichash? Etznab. BJ, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I missed the question. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that mentioning all these presidents born on this Placina, and Ben is connected with leadership and with authority and all that, and to have 8 of them, more than any other Trisina, and this Placina, you have 8 of them, and 2 of them were born 6 Etznab, Zachary Taylor and James Garfield. And that's just mentioning presidents, Yeah, so that's just, on the tip of what I can tell you about what I found in this placina connected to the Ben type.
Mhm. Carlos, are you there? Carlos, it's BJ. Carlos, it's BJ. Are you calling us? This morning is our call. Carlos, it's BJ. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you call into our telewebcast? Yes, it's BJ. Call into the telewebcast. Okay, I don't think he heard me, but maybe he got the idea that I was calling him because he was asking if it was me that was calling. So my apologies. We'll keep going though. I'd like to share something that happened to me with this Nawal. One or two different times around the sacred fire. And when we do our fires, true to Mayan tradition, we take turns talking about the Nawals. And it's typically people that are, have some degree of experience with the tradition and with the protocol and with the Nawals. So, I had always been thinking about reed with the reed mat that you see all over Guatemala. And you know that they're hand-woven. They're beautiful works. They're all sizes, all shapes. The Maya kneel upon them and sit upon them in front of their altars. They make beds out of them. They put them as the liner on the sole of their the floor of their boats, and they're just used in a variety of purposes. They're known as I think the Mayan word is pup, P-O-P, as in pup vu, which is their Mayan sacred text that talks about pup is for community or council. So this little mat is known as a pup, and it's interwoven in such a way that you can't look at it and not feel the interconnectedness, the integration, the weaving together of different strands of the reed. So I had always kind of gone down that path in my experience with the Nawal. And then one day or one evening, I don't know, this was maybe a year or two ago, Shumanthalat Yeron, which is, she's the daykeeper that we work with here in the Midwest, she handed me the bundle and asked me to talk about reed or and an entirely different energy came through, and not different, but expanded. And it was the fire itself that came through, commanding a sense of awe, a sense of respect, a sense of power for transformation. And just this unmistakable knowingness of the significance, the importance of the sacred fire. And it just, you know how many times you get goosebumps when you're working with this body of wisdom. And it was a moment like that, where it was just like, okay, now I've got it. Now the fire is in me. It's ignited in me. And I've been blessed by this Nawal. And it was much later. I mean, it was actually just a few months ago that Kenneth Johnson was talking about how the word is a word that is similar to don or doña in the Spanish language, or not sir or Mrs. It's more exalted than that. In the Vedic tradition, it would be Shri. It's like this. I'm grasping for words here. It speaks to your authority in a number of different ways. I mean, you can be an cobbler, you can be an weaver, you can be an he, which is the keeper of the days. Then it shows up in other places like Ahmak, which is another day sign. Ahpu, which is the day sign that we did last time with Kathy Shea. So it is a designator of authority, and in this case, it's the spiritual authority, the profound thinker, the one that has this ability to see not just a broad picture, but a deep picture, and has this heartfelt centeredness that enables people to reconcile differences, to work together towards a greater goal, the greater good. So this is kind of what I've come to know. And again, it was experiential. It had more to do with the experience than it does with with what I've read about. Is there anybody else on the call that would like to speak to?
Hello.
Carlos.
Hey. How are you?
Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Hello, Carlos.
Very well. Yes, we are very well. How are you?
Oh, we're wonderful. I'm so happy that you called in. We were thinking maybe we were going to miss you today, but you got my other telephone call, right?
Yes, we have a bad connection. We don't have access until now.
Okay. Well, are you ready for a couple of questions?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Are we in the air now?
Yes, we're on the air. We've been on the air for about a half an hour. We've been really working with We invoked today's energy. We're speaking to our understanding of we have a gentleman, Eagle, from Israel, who has been tracking a lot of these Nawals and important people in the world that have had this energy. So is there anything you can talk to us about the energy of
Yes, okay. Good morning to everybody. So, DJ, it's a very important day, and this is the beginning of the cycle of 13 days. And now it's beginning with is the authority in the sense of the power. Is the home, is the cañaveral, who means the cane plant, and this is the energy when the Renaissance. and this is a beautiful energy to help us to project, to complete everything, to develop our powers, but with the mind power, with the real connection with the creation, and we can produce everything. So this is a very, very good day to do everything as we like. At the same time, is the home, is the space to help us to create the most possibilities. So we need to involve this energy to develop everything. When we say everything, is everything in life: material, economical, sentimental, the intellectual, and the mind power, and the connection with the spirit of creation. So is important because we can grow a lot in this day with all the energy, with all the force, with all the power. So if we can produce it, we have a specific connection with the one, the energies of everything. So this is the importance of the day of today, and we are working today with the altar. For us, this altar is our internal altar. We are the altar of our spirit. So this is the energy of today.
The internal altar. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Is the body, is the bones, who is the structure of our body, is the molecules, is the at the same time is all the cells, the more small particle, the microbes, the GP, the kulha, who is the energy of the rays in our brain. So that's scientific called synapses, and this is the energy of produce everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's a very profound one, a very deep one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about the idea of the Tracina and how the Maya work with that energy? So this is a one day, it's one ach, and this energy will be with us at a certain level for the next 13 days.
Yes.
It's influencing the next 13 days.
Yes, it's like the people call the Mayan week. In reality, it's a cycle for 13 days, for the next 13 days. And the first day, with one, give us a specific orientation. What is the energy of the week in combination with all of the symbols of the for example, tomorrow is Trish, but it's in relation with the power with one Ach. So you can complete the energy of male energy and female energy in each. The first date of the week is 3:16. So this is the creation of the blood of the happiness in relation with the power, and we can create this power. So every meaning of each of the days, you can make the connection with the energy of the beginning of this cycle of 13 days. The fourth month is the curiosity with power, with the creation of your mind. So everything is in creation with your internal power. It's the connection of the power of the meaning of each of the next energies, as people call Nahual. So because we need to explain that there are some confusion about it, because Nahual, at the same time, and now we use Nahual for explain the energy of the day. That the Nahual is the capacity to transform ourselves in our correlative animal. For example, one person who is 16 can transform in an eagle or a condor or a quetzal or a bird of power. So just to have an explication about it. So in Can, the person can transform in a serpent. In the Ish, the person can transform in a jaguar. And a mind imagine is a spiritual imagine, but it's a material imagine too. So the day of today is the creation, the power, the construction of everything that we can transform. So this is important. We need to check, to learn what is each day and make the correlation with the energy of the day of today.
Excellent. Can you speak, Carlos, a little bit about the Mayan cross of Ah? The Mayan cross has Kan for conception energy, Imosh as a destiny, and then Kawak and Kech, also on the horizontal axis.
Yes, the day of today and any day the beginning is the central symbol of this cross is we talk a little bit about what is the conception time, the conception energy is Kan. Kan is the energy of the transmutation. This is the energy, and essentially the energy is the catalyzer. Kan is the energy of the serpent, who meaning the internal fire, who is moving inside from our boxes to the spine, and everything is going in correlation with us. So what is this? This is the power who we can transform with the reality of Kan. So we explain this is the authority with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with the reality of creating things, with the definition of Kan, because Kan is a determination, is the catalyzer. The destiny of is Imosh. Imosh is the symbol of the left side. Imosh is the connection with the internal powers, with the other sense as we don't take attention. Because in Western world they just teach us there are 5 senses, but there are more senses. So one of these senses is the intuition, the vision, the capacity to be in two places at the same time, is the ubiquity as we call this internal journey inside us, or can be the ability to move into the space and time, or move to the different dimensions. With the symbol of create this connection of the to block the establishment, because remember, is a structure, but the Mosh gives us the opportunity to block the structures and grow in all the levels. In your right side of your right arm, we have the symbol of Kiech. Kiech is the beauty. Kiech is the harmony. Kiech is the sweet things. This is the nature. Is the spirit of the nature. And Kiech is the energy of to trust, and is the one who gives the real stability to Kiech, because Kiech ordinary is a little confused, doesn't have the power to develop his own things. Is depending of the other people to say, oh, you are great, you are okay, you're the most incredible person. So this is the problem of this energy. It's so beautiful, but living into the air and asking for the permission or the approbation of other persons. So. But Kiech is the guardian of Mother Earth, of nature. Is the one who can connect with the spirit of the Mother Earth, the internal fire, like we in the Western world we call magma, but we call Kahalom. Kahalom is the internal fire. Kahalom, that's meaning the spirit. The fire of the spirit of the female energy. That's the spirit of Mother Earth. And with Kiech and Ach can create for Ach, who is very strong and have strict structures, Kiech give this personality or the day can be more softly. But in the other way. To Kiech, give the power for the people to take decisions. In the left arm or left hemisphere, we are not talking about the brain hemisphere, the body hemisphere. It's the symbol of Kawok. Kawok is the community. Kawok is the family. Is the universe, is the humanity, is the expansion of the universe. But at the same time, is to go inside us, is all of our different parts of our body. So one of my elders explained to me that we are a universe. Inside us, they are all the atoms is like a planetary systems, and they are billions of lives inside us. So, like we are here in a big body for like we can understand what is the structure of this body, who is our cosmic universe. So, Kawok is in essential the ability to create with the combination of Ach, to create the structure of the unity with the family and with our town and our country and with the humanity to project it to the universe. So this is a very interesting combination, because all of them, if you make the connection with all of them, Ach can give us with all the symbols, the conception time can, the destiny symbol, the Nosh, the right hemisphere, yes, and the left hemisphere, Kawok, can give us all these components to can make us a person who can grow, not just for us, for all the community, for all us, for our integral conformation like beings. So this is we can talk about it at the moment.
Oh, beautiful! That's a really good explanation of all these energies. And I have a technical question. The way the Mayan cross is calculated or figured out is by using the numbers 7 and 9 plus or minus. from
Okay.
the daytime. Do you know
Yes,
why the numbers are 7 and 9? What do you know what the significance of that is?
Okay, the 9 is the number for spirituality, the number of sensibility, the number of creation of the magical. Like we are talking about in the Mayan cross, who is each person or who is the day, the energies to affect us. Remember, there are 10 energies from cosmos, 10 from the telluric energy for Mother Earth. These convergences create the Nacht, who is the space and time. And all of these energies are in correlation all the time. But in essential for each of these symbols, 9, the number 9, which we count the numbers to make the line of the conception of the central symbol and the destiny, create this magical correlation, because this is a world of material thing, we think that we call reality, but at the same time, it's a creation of the mind. It's a creation, a spiritual creation. It's a projection of all the people who was lived, or the people who live in the present and in the future. All these convergences create this thing as we call reality. But in essential, it's an imagine. It's like the Hindus say, it's an illusion, but it's a real illusion. So this is the reason for what the 9 is the number who create. When you subtract from the central symbol 9 numbers, you are in the conception time. Remember, we need 9 months to be inside our. When we was conceived, we passed 9 months, and that's meaning the energies when we was conceived, the conception, the moment of our conception. And we add 9 numbers to the destiny, because this is the balance to create another 9 numbers. The seventh is the energy who is growing, who need one level more to be in the material life, in this material world. So we create the balance, because this is the energy when we need to grow and work for the configuration of ourselves, to develop ourselves, to develop the reality. So that's the reason as we use the elders create this conception from 9 to the subtract 9 and add 9. And the 7 to the right side and left side.
Mm-hmm. Now, Carlos, do you have a sense for how old this practice of using the Mayan cross is? I mean, does it go back millennia, or is this more of a modern kind of system to help people navigate, their personal energies? Or do you have a sense for that?
What? Sorry, the last word is what?
Do you know how many years the Maya have been using the Mayan cross?
Yes, thousands of years. Thousands.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand, like, the official science. They don't give the space to the ancient traditions, and they say the life beginning in Sumeria and Akkadia, like an organization, and we are talking like they said for 7,000 years ago, before Christ. So that's meaning 9,000 years or 10,000 years. But we know in the last glaciation, the glaciation Groom 4, That's the end of the glaciation finished 14,000 years ago. So, and in the Popol Vuh, the holy books of the Mayan Quichés people, they explain us when the Balanev arrived to the Mother Earth, and we are talking about for 14,000 years. And orientation, according to the archaeoastronomy, the orientation of the temples with the Pleiades and with the equinox and solstice, the little variation for centimeters, where they made the calculation, and we are talking some of these buildings was constructed more than 20,000 years ago. So the history don't say the reality about it. But like we know, they don't have less than 14,000 years ago with the elders begin to use the Mayan calendar. And some of the traditions say like this came from the mythical continent, who is the mother of all the races, who was Atlantis, and other settlers came from Lemurian. But this is to go into the speculation. For us, the tradition is is no less than 14,000 years. So what they created, they are very amazing persons, people who can see the future. Who in his words, they say like they can see 360 degrees. That's meaning they can see, anyone can see our back, because our vision can a completely vision of everything. Everybody can be connected by the mind. That's the telepathy. We don't use the language, and they saw the energies who affect each of the days. Each day have a prominence for the day energies, and they create this configuration, and in this way they beginning to give names, because people like to create a correlation with something as we know as something material. That, for example, Khan is Kukulkan, the flying serpent, who have the ability to. The imagine is a serpent who is over the land, who can begin to move and go to the each of the certain levels of the Ukushkach, who is the heavens. So that's the origin, and it's too very old. The ancient magical elders was living in another dimensions too. They can transport themselves to another dimension or to another part of the universe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that really helps give a nice understanding for the origins of the Mayan cross and the potential of using the Mayan cross. Can we shift gears a little bit here now? Because we're going to start running out of time. But can you talk to us a little bit more now about what you're noticing of the energies of the new era, and especially how you see them from Guatemala, what you're noticing about the way that these energies are affecting the people there, the consciousness there. And
hi, Jay.
Oh, good morning, Adriana. How are you?
Good morning. Good, and you?
Oh, really well, thank you. I think I can speak for everybody on the call. We're doing great, and we're so happy that you're with us this morning.
Great.
Very special.
We had a
Very
little
special.
problems with the connection in the first time, but we made it.
Okay, we made it. We always find a way, don't we? No, we're wondering if you can talk to us a bit about how the energies of the new era are affecting and are being noticed by the people in Guatemala, the Maya, yourselves. What are you seeing? We have our own little point of view up here in the north, but we really would like to hear from you about what you're noticing in Guatemala.
Okay. Everything is a process, not? Energies are affecting us for all the time. But after the Bactun, after the new era, energies are moving in different sense. I think that we can feel, all of us can feel it. I know that in the north, in the south, in everywhere, we can feel that something is happening. I don't know if you notice that most of the people have now challenges in their lives. Most of the people are in different pace, in different challenge in their own lives. We speak with many people all around the world, and all the people says, okay, this time is not easy for me. Some of them have challenges through the health, others have challenges through the economical finances or economical part. Others have challenges around their feelings and the romantic or the connection with their sons or daughters, but something is happening because all the time we have challenges. But in this first part of this year, that is the first part of the era, most of the people talk with us, and of course we feel that something is moving more fast. And it happens all the time that you have transformation, because you just have transformation if you can make like a jump in your life. We talk about evolution and we talk about revolution. When you are in the level of evolution, everything is growing, but like in a constant. But in the process that you have, in where you have revolution, everything is like jumping. And in this jump, that is in the moment that we are in this moment, everything feels like crazy. Here in Guatemala, of course, we have different things like crazies. There are a lot of challenge in the political things, lot of challenge in the process of financial things, and of course in the south, in the north, and everything is like movement. But this movement, I want to tell to all the people that this movement is necessary, and we don't need to be afraid, because it's just part of the process to increase our level of consciousness. We are just like learning how to do the things in a new level. I was talking about the things that Carlos explained a few minutes ago, and these particular 13 days can help us to work in this, because as Carlos said, means the internal altar, and we have for these 13 days the opportunity to work with our internal altar, to create balance in our inside and to project, because did you remember that Carlos talked about Kawok, and Kawok is the community and the family, to project this balance of our internal altar to the community, to our families, and to all around us. Mm-hmm. But that is very important to recognize that in the destiny of Ach, we have Imosh, and we are living Imosh very strong during this period because we are broken with the establishment. That's why we feel that everything is like crazy, and we don't feel comfortable with that because we have we used to live in one way, and when the things changes, when things move us and push us to live another way, we don't feel safe, we don't feel comfortable. So we want to just to attract the things in the same level that we lived in the past, but we can't because we need just to look another side and to grow in different way. That human beings always wants to be in the same space, in the same level. One of my masters says that the only water who dies is the water who doesn't move, the water who is stopped. Mm-hmm. But I can't understand why the people want to be stuck, want to be die. Because if we move like the water, we are going to be alive. That's what I want to tell to the people. Don't be afraid for the movements. Don't be afraid for the new energies. Don't be afraid for the challenges. It's just like a lesson. It's just like an exam. And we need to just to recognize that we are learning, that we are growing, and to accept this growing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, BJ and everybody, it's important to understand we are now in the 5 level and the 5 element. Just we are trapped in the 3rd level. All the ancient religions are talking about the Trinity. But that's meaning the 4th element is the fire, the earth, the air, and water, and now it's ether. But we, like humans, doesn't move from the 3rd element. This is like we are living the 3rd dimension. We don't have the access for the 4th dimension past in us, but we don't move with this energy. So. And now we have the access to the 5 dimension, but we don't understand it. We don't have a vibration with it. So during this period, short period, it's like if we need to recover and we are have a positive the development at the 4th dimension and pass to this 5th dimension. And the 4th dimension, we are completely beings with the 4th element. Everything we can create and everything's come to us. But now we are just moving for material things, for illusions, for material life of way, for the reaches the structures. The 4th dimension gives us more expansion, but the 5th dimension connecting us to the cosmical beings, to the universe. We recover this connection with the humans we had in the beginning of the creation, and we can reconnect. Like my elder said, like a joke. In this moment, we are part of the Confederation of Galaxies. They said this like a joke for the Star Wars, but this is the reality. We are going to beginning to be connected with the universe, but we are not ready because we are doing constant destruction of the environment. We don't understand who we are and what is this gift of life to right here to develop ourselves, to have this amazing creation of life, and we lost the time just in the addiction to have more things, for material things, all these toys, all this new technology, but we lost the connection with Mother Earth, and we don't understand what is it, what is the fourth dimension, and we don't need who is the fifth dimension. So now we have this ability because the communication are amazing, and this is a tool, but for us it's like something like we use and we don't understand, because we had in the past the same thing, but in the most incredible technology, who is our body, who is our mind. But we lost this connection. We need to recover this connection and create and give the quantical step to move to this reality of the cosmos.
And that, Carlos, is in terms of recovering that connection. Is that the focus of the work that you and Adriana are doing now?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, of course.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? Someone has some noise going on in the background, and we all can hear it. So if you've got some noise in the background, could you press *6 on your phone? And
we need to make something?
Okay, I think it disappeared now. So, would you like to talk a little bit more now about how you're working and what you're working with?
Carlos might have pressed *6. I saw O2 go to mute, and that was the line that came in.
Okay. Let me see if I can unmute him. Carlos, are you there?
We can hear well.
Okay. Did you hear the question?
Yes.
Yes. We hear the question. Okay.
Would you like to answer it?
we were working very hard in personal works with us after the vaccine. Okay, before the vaccine, we were working in the process to be prepared to accept the new era. And now we are working in the process to accept the new era and to work with the new structures that are in the universe, specifically here in Earth. So, of course, we work with our fire ceremonies. Of course, we work with our candles. That is the process that we use more frequently. But there's a thing that we are working very hard, and is with Chipika Kulha. Chipika Kulha is the process of creation that occurs in our brain. We need to talk about this, I think, for many days, but because is the thing that give us the opportunity to break with the old structures and to create new structures. For this, the first process is to accept that there's an option to make the things in different ways. And the second process is to recognize that we have the opportunity to create a different world not just outside, inside, because the first process is inside us. And then you need to work with this process of creation. Chipika Kulha is this stone that occurs in our brain, and between the neurones, and that in this process of these small and big rays that create the connection between the neurones, we have the opportunity to create new things. So there is a lot of exercises and there's a lot of work to do to create and to connect with this knowledge of creation. This is a very ancient knowledge, but this is in this moment is the right moment to put in practice.
Mm-hmm.
These things that occurs in our brain has a directly impact in our DNA, and of course, if we can transform just the process to see ourselves and to see the world, we are really changing the world. Because we used to hear that many conferences and many persons who say, okay, we can change the world, but nothing happened. And nothing happened because in the conference, the people just feel increase his level of energy and consciousness and says, okay, we can do it. But they return to their homes and they made the things in the same direction and the same things at the same hour. So we didn't make the changes. But if we change our inside, our brain, and we really create even a small change in our inside, we are doing magic. Some elders say that real magic occurs in our inside, and even a little change in our inside is the more big magic that we can do. So this is the time to work with this. This is the time to work with ourselves. This is the time to make some exercise to recognize that we have the power to create our love, our life, our love, our relations, our prosperity, and our world to recover the connection with Mother Earth.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, this is sounding a lot like the workshop that you did here. Wow, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it was like preparing for the energies of the new era. And
the YM?
No, this was a different workshop.
Okay.
It was they were here in person, and we spent we learned a meditation technique using 2 light blue candles, and we also did some kind of rewiring of the pineal gland, and the 2 practices together were, well, still are, really, really powerful. So is it that kind of work that is incorporated into your new workshop?
Yes, this is just the beginning, because there are many techniques, but it's important that we understand and we beginning to activate and orientate the creation of our life and create our own destiny. We have all the power and all the tools for create everything. So connected with the spirit, with the body, with the essential of us, in the mind and into the emotions, and understand who we are in reality, because we are not just this body. We are not just the mind, the things as we learn. We have something more, the spiritual, the emotional body, or level of bodies, and the spiritual. We talk about the spirit, but we don't know what is it. If they have a size, if they have a form, if the spirit have a light, or what is the spirit? What is this small flame who connected us with the big spirit, the spirit of the creation, as we call God, and we can be connected with everything, but we need to learn. The first thing that we need to learn is that exist more things like we can believe, because we need to touch everything to say, oh yes, that's it. We need to see, but we can see the most amazing thing, and we can understand. If, for example, the transinfinite mathematicals, they talk about the transinfinite numbers, but they are just around 40 people of them, and they can talk in this language. If they talk to us, we don't understand nothing. So that's what happened with our own self. We don't go inside us, and we don't understand. We don't know what is the capacity and what is the level of our internal power to create reality and to move into the space and time to another dimensions to create this amazing being and this beautiful gift to his life. So this is our attention, to create and return to understand the Trinity, but cross to the quaternity, to the quantity, who is the four levels, and arrive to the 5 element, to the ether. So remember, the ether is who exists in the cosmos, between the planets, between the galaxies. There are big quantities of ether, and we need to be more ethereal people.
Mm-hmm.
So
how can we use the Mayan cross? How can we use our Mayan cross as a tool towards this intention?
Yes, the Mayan cross is important because it gives us the information what we arrive to this life, with what elements, with what abilities, and what things we need to grow in the process. For example, if you don't have enough courage, if you don't have enough power to produce some things, if you are a conformist, or if you have all this sensibility, if you have all this magical power inside you, and the Mayan cross gives you the information and give you the dates, the age, according to you, what is the best time for produce everything. So it's a map, it's a guide for everyone, and
Mm-hmm.
we can use according to it. That's the importance. But now, in this moment of the Chipika Kulha is the most amazing tool for develop ourselves. Activate the pineal, create a reconstruction of our DNA, and be connected with all these elements. Of course, the Mayan cross gives us the information. It's important because it's an individual information, because it's not the same for each one. So this is the important of the
Okay. All right. Well, I wonder, this has been really wonderful information, Carlos and Adriana. I wonder if we can close now. Well, let's do this. Is there anybody on the line that has a question they would like to ask our esteemed guests today? And if so, you can unmute your phone or type it into the chat and ask away. We'll do that before we close off. Do we have anybody here that wants to ask a question? Don't be shy. This is a wonderful opportunity to talk with our elders, our teachers.
Barbara?
Yes, who's calling?
This is Janine.
Hi, Jean. Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
I was wondering if Carlos or Adriana could guide us in maybe you had said what happened a couple of years ago with a form of meditation or working with the pineal gland in ways that we can, inside ourselves, work on this shift. Is there any guidance they could provide?
Hi. We are deciding who is going to answer. No, you. Okay. The important thing is that 2 years ago, the level of vibration was different. Mm-hmm. Now, because we are in a new era, I think that you are feeling that the level of vibration is different. Yes. So, as we say, first we need to connect with these different levels of vibration to create a new meditation. Of course, we were working with the pineal, and we are working with the pineal very hard now, because as we said a few minutes ago, our work now is based in the connection of the neuronas and these electrical charge that are in this process, who has the information to create new things. So you can make the same meditations that we make 2 years ago, but you need to change the focus, because 2 years ago our focus was just to work with the pineal. Now we need to work with these electrical charge and with the storms that are in our brain. So there are two bases. We need to recover the connection with Mother Earth. So if you can make meditations to connect your heart with the heart of Mother Earth, with Kakalom, and to recover this connection, it will be great, because you are going to understand the changes of Mother Earth, and Mother Earth, like a mother, is going to help you. So because these changes occurs basically in Mother Earth, and of course because we live on Mother Earth, these changes occurs on us. Mm-hmm. But if you can connect with the heart of Mother Earth through some meditation, you just need to connect your heart with these pools of Mother Earth, with Kakalom in the middle of Mother Earth. The thing that we call magma, but for us is Kakalom, that is real a heart. And if you make meditations connecting with this heart and asking to your heart to beat in the same level with Mother Earth, you are going to receive a lot of information to change this level of vibration. Yeah. And you can make meditations with the storms on your brain. And to focus, if you remember, we make this exercise that you mentioned about 2 candles, 2 baby blue candles, and to focus. If you make this meditation, but your focus is to connect with these levels, these new levels of consciousness, these new levels of vibrations, these new levels of energy, and to accept the possibility to make the things in different way, it's going to be very helpful, not just for you, for all the humanity.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming forward. Anyone else? Do we have anybody else on the call that would like to ask a question or type it into the chat?
Hello?
I guess not. Okay. So, Carlos, can we ask for a blessing for the day and for the people on the call?
Yes, of course. Okay, that always is a pleasure to talk, to give a message, because we need something who is important. We need blessing in our life, but we need to really feel it, to really be connected with it, because we need to have good harmony, good vibration, and any prayer or any word who we pronounce is create an energy. And if we are connected with this energy, with this blessing or with this connection with the essence of the creation, we're beginning to move and to change. Because this moment of humanity, this moment of the history of Mother Earth, is a moment of growing, to elevate our level. So we need to have the focus on create a new creation, a new humanity, a new beings, because this is the purpose of Mother Earth.
Yeah.
So that's as I'm going to say it in some Mayan words.
Mm-hmm.
So
Beautiful.
I'm going to ask to the heart of the heaven and the heart of the Mother Earth, and that's the spirit of the date of today to come with us. So we call the spirit of Hunah, Kushkutak, the Hunah, we call the creators, we call Tabitol, Atakol, Alalom, Ataholom, we call Tepel, we call Wukmas, Kukulkan, we call the mother, the 2 times mother, Ishmukane, 2 times father, Ishpiakok. We call the spirit of the twins, who was the energies who create the polarity. We call Ahun Hunakpu, Bukuhunakpu, Ahun Bats, Ahun Chowen, we call Hunakpu and Ishbalanke. So we call the spirit of this Baktun, the certain Baktun, and Shirahatat, Shilahmantat, Chipkakulha, Rashkakulha, Ninkakulha, Hunrakankakulha, Chatat Kahau, Feke, Relemashimon, Feke, Relishitatat Kahau, Ushkatat, Ushkanan, Ushketat Kaha, Ushkehalatat, Ushkeralatat Kahau. Ahautat, Ahaunan, Ahaukahau Nan. Chaptat, Feke, Filipinamit, Kereke, Filewinal, Reke, Filewinaktat, Reke, Filechist. Please go with the peace in your heart, peace in your mind, but with the purpose of create a new being, create your own self with harmony with the purpose of the creation. Mantiosh.
Mm-hmm. Matios.
Josh says, thank you.
Thank you very much, Matios. Until next time, we'll be signing off now, but thank you all from everywhere for participating.
Thank you, Carlos and Adriana and BJ. This is, I can probably speak for everybody on the call. in the audience saying that this was one of the best calls yet. This was really great. Thank you guys for sharing all this.
Thank you.
Thank you. You are welcome. Everybody are welcome. And we are in connection with everyone. All of us, we can create this space to be in connection.
Well, we feel it, and we're so appreciative of that. And we will continue to connect. And I will send you a link to the YouTube that's created from this call. And other people will be joining in over the next week or 2 or 3 to listen in. So their energy is with us as well. It's not time and space dependent. So thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Adriana. It's been a joy.
Thank you,
Yay.
Everybody say goodbye, Matios. Until next time.
Goodbye.
You.
Matios.